power, respect. C'est moi.
All right, thank you. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Very good, you.
I'm great.
Where are you
Um,
from?
I'm from Florida.
Oh, Florida. Nice,
Yeah,
nice. All right.
originally from New York.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
When did you move to Florida?
I moved here like 18, almost 18 years ago. So
Oh,
it's been
okay,
a while.
okay.
It's been a
All
minute.
right. Okay, cool.
But I saw Dusk for a Hitman yesterday. You were fantastic in the film. It was
Oh,
like
thank you,
watching,
man.
yeah, it was like watching Goodfellas, like a Canadian version of Goodfellas, because they were both based
Yeah,
on true stories, and it was about basically about someone who used to work for a crime boss becoming the informer. And I've never heard
yeah,
of
yeah,
Donald.
yeah, yeah. And with on Dusk for Hitman, this is how they created the witness protected program, like in the Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my first question is, like I said, you were fantastic in the role of Donald. What'd you do to prepare for this role? Like, how did you come about preparing for it?
Oh, I auditioned for the part, and then I had like 2 years to prep. So I met a lot of people who knew Donald, a lot of police officer, a lot of psychologists, and yeah, the two things that struck me is that a police officer told me that all these guys, even if they look cool and relaxed, they're always in fear. Fear of being the next one to be killed, fear of not trusting someone, fear of having consequences. So this is why and they were just like, this is why they self-medicating themselves. These guys, especially in the 70s, were doing a lot of coke, drinking a lot. So that's why at some point I was always smoking in the movie.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I was just it was disgusting, but still, it was always nervous. So I was trying to find a way to show this fear without being a nerve wrack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, um, Donald, when he was a kid, his father left him when he was really, really young. And at the beginning, in the first script that I received, we had parts of his childhood, but because of the budget and all that stuff, we had to cut that from the script. But still, I had that in my mind, and I think Donald always wanted to find his own family, always wanted to find like a father figure. So that's why when you meet with Claude Dubois, he becomes an amazing hitman because he has some sort of recognition from him, some sort of father figure. And when he become an informer, he becomes the best informer in the world because he has another father figure with McGinnis. And
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why that was the angle that I found to be able to tackle the character, get some approval. And at some point, when you play that kind of characters, you always have to find something where the public is going to be able to identify himself. It was like we all need love at in some degree. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
approvals. That's how I try to play them now.
That's amazing. And your chemistry with both Benoit as Claude and Sylvain
Yeah.
Marcel as Roger Burns, they were like the heart of the film as well. And because as you mentioned, you got the fatherly figure in Claude, but then it's like once you become the former, you kind of start a familial relationship with Roger. And even
Yeah.
though, and to have that double-edged sword really worked. And also with Marie Rose as your wife. I mean, I like that the relationship between you and Donald and his wife starts out really great in the beginning, but then as the movie goes on, you see it start to deteriorate. And I think
Absolutely, absolutely.
and I think
Because
that's
I
what
mean,
yeah. So that's what
but this isn't the writing, he's trying to he's trying to find a father figure in a family, but he's not taking care of his wife. So that was interesting, as an actor, because you have some contradiction here
yeah,
that you can
exactly.
play with. So for me, that was rich. So yeah, yeah, yeah. But this is the writing, and Raymond, the director, did an amazing job in playing because it's a small movie, but it's all in. I mean, and it was. I mean, we did it during COVID, so it was a mess. I mean, but I'm really happy that you liked it. Actually, that's all I want to say.
Yes, I mean I live for these type of movies. I've always loved the gangster films and
Great.
the whole. I grew up watching them, so it felt like it was like Scorsese could have done this movie the way it
Yeah,
came
yeah, yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
yeah.
could have been something he could have done, and
True.
because he did this, he's done this amazing work with like Goodfellas and Casino, and here
Hmm.
we got the Canada's version of it, and I even asked my mom yesterday. I'm like, do you know who this guy is? Like this is like a big thing that happened in the '70s and '80s. I have no idea who this is. So
No,
I
and the amazing thing is that Donald he was a hitman, but he was extremely smart, and he's still alive. And when he got out, it's like you're not allowed to go in a bar anymore. You're not
yeah
allowed to go in any public event anymore.
yeah
And he just said, okay. So this guy should have died like 3 or 4 times, but he always been able to find his way. That's fascinating for me. That those are great characters for an actor.
yeah, and some of the pivotal moments in the film, like where you finally realize Claude is gonna like try to get you killed. I like the part where you're hiding in the laundry chute in the basement.
But it's true, it's true, huh?
Yeah,
Those are
I
true
was
events.
researching that. Yeah, because I read the story too. I was reading about it as I was watching the movie. Like I got to learn about like who this guy was, and I heard about the laundry chute incident. So I was like, I'm waiting for that scene to show. Like they're gonna show the laundry chute, right? And I liked how
Yeah,
they did it. It looked like it was looked like it could have been in an action movie of all things. But I
yeah,
like the
yeah,
fact
yeah,
that
yeah.
it was real.
Yeah.
So um also my next question is for this film, I like the fact that they have this little mid-credit sequence where you get to see Donald's real interview, but it looks like you're in the beginning of it as you're getting prepped up for it, and then it cuts right to the actual Donald giving his interview. I think that was a really interesting way to top things off. What was that like?
Oh, did they show? I've not seen your version. Do they show my interview or Donald's interview?
I think they show his, and then they show you like getting to sit down with the journalist, like they're
Yeah.
showing you, and then it cuts to the real Donald, and that's
Oh, because I also did in the French version, it's my interview doing the Donald thing.
oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
this
didn't.
is another version. Oh, see? No, I really shot that interview. I learned that interview like I've
That
watched
could
it.
have been you. But here's the thing. This is what I found is if that was you, because the way they shot it, it looked like it could have been the real him. But if that was you, you had this uncanny resemblance to him once you shave the once you show
Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah, yeah, yeah,
shaven
yeah,
butt,
yeah.
which was like shocking because I was see you like what you are now. You got the mustache, but then
Yeah,
once you
yeah.
shave it, I was just like, holy crap, he looks like the actual guy. I was like, that was just like, wow.
I don't
Like,
know. I do look like him. I know when I was auditioning, my wife just looked at the real one and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna get that part, babe." And it was like, "Oh yeah,"
oh
because I
yeah,
look like the guy. But I shut it. But maybe it's my interview. But yeah, this is the only thing that I had about denial. So I've learned that thing for 2 years. I was just like studying the guy when he looks up, when he looks down, what is he doing, and how does he move? And actually, when I did it, it was on the last day of shooting, and maybe Raymond, the director, will be mad at me, but he started crying when I did it. He was crying. I thought he was laughing, and when they said cut, it was just like, sorry, man, you kind of became him.
yeah.
So yeah, but it was
Well,
yeah, yeah,
he might end up mentioning it because I'm talking to him later today. So we'll see
yeah.
what happens. So what's next for you after this movie?
Oh, right now I'm in Montreal, and I'm also a screenwriter, so I'm writing a third season of TV series that I'm writing, acting, and producing here. So yeah, I shot a lot for the last couple of years. So right now I'm just kind of
Taking it easy.
just a little bit, but I know
Yeah.
that I will want to tackle another project soon. I don't know which one. Right now, writing is taking all my time, and I'm also having a daughter, so I'm taking care of my daughter and just being here.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but yeah, it's fun to talk about that movie. It was great fun, and Raymond did such an amazing job with. We didn't have much money, and I'm really proud of the movie. So I'm really pleased that you liked it. It really moves me.
Well, everyone, check out Dusk for a Hitman. It's coming to digital and on demand on April 19th, a week from Friday. You're going to want to see this. Eric did such an amazing job in the lead role. Like I'm serious. I think he should get some sort of accolade for this. If he doesn't, I'm gonna protest. But anyway,
All
thank you
right.
so much again, Eric, for taking the time to talk about the film.
Take care, man. Thank you very much.
No, you take care.
Bye bye.